If you have vertigo, there are top 3 mistakes that people constantly make that actually get in the way of your body's healing and you actually being able to get over vertigo. If you have vertigo, you understand that it's not only that the ground can be moving and you feel completely out of balance, the dizziness, it's the worry sometimes of even traveling different places and going, and you just don't feel like you can actually do it. It's sometimes even just turning your head a little bit quick and you notice that it'll throw you off, looking up, laying down in bed. I mean, it's a really horrible feeling to have. Now, the 3 most common mistakes that people make really come down to overstretching. So let's say your neck is tight, you feel the tension, you know that there's a problem there, you can feel it. And so what most people tend to do is they'll start to overstretch their neck and they're literally pulling really, really hard. Now what's happening in that instance is that your spine, the way that all those nerves come out of the back of your neck into your skull, out of the holes that feed your face, feed organs, well, that area is very sensitive. And if the alignment's off, well, then muscles will become tight on one side, muscles will become weaker on the other. And what you're constantly doing is you're actually pulling into the tight muscles. But see, what's happened is your body's tried to stabilize the area. So you're actually destabilizing something that's already unstable. So you're actually furthering that process. So the first thing that you want to do is stop overstretching. You need to strengthen your neck. And I do have videos that you can watch, and I put them down in the show notes down below, or I'll put the link right here. So you can watch that video and learn how to strengthen your neck. But the other part to that would be make sure you go get that area checked. And the only way to properly do that is you look for a corrective care chiropractor that will assess your spine, measure your spine. They're looking at the x-rays, they're measuring the imbalance there, and they know how to correct that. So that way we're not only taking pressure off those nerves, but we're also creating that balance again in the spine so we can stop it from happening altogether. Number 2 is that most people believe that vertigo or dizziness comes from crystals inside the ear. Now, there is some documented cases on that. And I've even done some previous videos on what that means, how to do the Epley's maneuver, and I have a modified Epley's maneuver. So those are really good techniques that you can use at home, especially if it is confirmed it's coming from your ears. However, the other part to that is that, well, what if it's not coming from your ears? Like, what if it isn't actually coming from there? And there's ways to determine that. There are tests that we can do to see. And I can tell you again, the number 1 mistake that happens with that is that you're doing a treatment for the ears when it's not coming from your ears. And there's a lot of other reasons, especially with dizziness, that why your body chemistry can be off, right? Maybe you don't have enough minerals. Maybe you're low in electrolytes. Your obviously blood pressure can play into it. Conditions, other type of health conditions can play into that. But in this case, again, I would start with a proper checkup to make sure that if it is coming from the imbalance there, not only are you not overstretching like we just talked about, but that you're correcting the problem, you're removing the neck pain that's associated with it, and therefore rebalancing off the system, and then all of a sudden your vertigo starts to go away. Number 3 is you're probably not supporting your body well enough. And I made another video, you can watch that video right here. And what that video does, and I go through the supplements that you need to take that have been scientifically proven with research to actually make a difference in vertigo. And a lot of it has to do with you're missing certain elements. One of those is vitamin D. You've probably heard of vitamin D by now. Depending on where you're looking or watching this video throughout the world, maybe vitamin D isn't been talked about as much. But in North America, where I am, vitamin D is at the top of the list of the essential supplements you need to take. There are essential supplements you need to take, and that's for a whole other video. But when it comes to vertigo, what they found is most of the people with vertigo have low vitamin D levels. So what you need to do is, number 1, go get a blood work check. Go check your blood work, see what your vitamin D levels are at and whether or not they're sufficient. In Canada, in the winter right now, we're not getting a lot of sunlight. So I supplement, my kids supplement, my wife supplements. We all supplement with vitamin D. As an adult, I take 5,000 IUs, international units, per day. But the caveat to that is you needs to be in the presence of vitamin K2. So if you want the full rendition of that video, you can watch it right here. Again, that is a great video. It goes through the details. It goes through some of the science there, exactly how much to take, exactly the dosages that you need in order to see the results that you're doing. But there is an association between vitamin D and vertigo. So if this is you, I hope this helps you. And if you need any other help, especially with vertigo, please ask in the questions down below. I always do my best to answer them. I hope this video got you thinking about possibly some other avenues. So if you like this video, you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, share this information with somebody you know that might be going through vertigo or dizziness and haven't found a solution. And don't forget to subscribe to the page because your subscription helps me. I do create more and more content. And if you have a question about this video or any other health topic, if there's something that you want me to make a video about and answer those questions, please leave it down in the comments down below.